Hey guys, Rob here. So we're going to be playing this Fortress Solitaire mission. So if you're familiar with Solitaire ASL, you know what this is. It's basically a fortified building the center of a city, and it's only going to be two half boards that butted up that I'm going to be playing on, so it's not going to be anything big. I do have an engineer squad supporting me, and I'm picking up 6 vehicles. Now, normally in the MSR, you have the option of picking up at least a engineer squad. However, there's a scenario designer. He came up with a solitaire mission named Jeff Taylor, and I'm testing this out for him in this mission. And he's developed a variant where you're allowed to purchase 300 BPV worth of vehicles to play your solitaire missions for. Now, 300 BPV can buy you this amounts of vehicles depending on your nationality. For me, it's Stalingrad 42, so I'm going to buy 6 Stug 3Bs, and we're going to see how that goes. He hasn't tried it with every mission. There's some missions that it just doesn't work for obvious reasons, just numbers or something along those lines. And we're basically testing to see which ones it does work. And this is going to be like an optional rule that we're going to try and float out there and see how it works. The concept of the armored assault or armored support, is that you can add these vehicles to your company OB, and in the enemy's favor, they get extra suspects. Now, these guys here are it's either 10 or it's a percentage of a number of suspects depending on certain parameters. I'm not going to get into all that. You'll see the rules when they come out. But for my purpose here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 suspects, and they're going to be activated on a 4, even though the actual activation numbers are 3 for everything else. So 3 for the blacks, 4 for the, actually it's 9, I just noticed this guy right here, 9 for the yellow suspects, and when those yellow suspects activate, they're going to be activating guns or an AFV. So it's going to be interesting to see a lot of gun or AFV activations in this game. So that's the trade-off. I get vehicles, the enemy gets AFV and guns. So if I draw a lot of KVs, it could be a very tough mission. So that's why we're testing this out to see if it's going to work with a lot of different kinds of missions. It may just be not tenable. We've already identified, I think, 6. These missions right here have already been identified as ones that don't do well with the armored support missions. So 21 missions to choose from, and these ones have already been identified as not the best balance with it. So we're going to give that one a whirl. All right, so first things first, we have our units lined up. And let's do the old wind change. No wind, no RE. Numbers we have RE-wise, enemies 4-5, I'm 5-6, which is great. And the typical no wind and ECs are dry. This is September 14 going into Stalingrad and Russian enemies. So let's go to movement phase. And I think I'm just going to start off with my half squad scout. And I'm going to be basically, tactic-wise, I'm going to stay on the left side of the board. And with any luck, I will not even activate this half or these guys at the bottom. Now, there are guys up here on the second level. This is only a 1.5 story. So I may activate these 2 guys up here in the second level, but they're hold attitude, so they may end up just maybe being machine gun nest. We'll see how that goes, but hopefully I don't activate those. But I'm going to try and limit activation. All right, so 1, 2, 3, bypass 4, 5. Yes, let's do that. CX this guy. Actually, we used the road bonus, so let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He wouldn't even need to CX. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 2. That would activate this guy here. This would be a net 0, +1 for the hedge, -1 on assault. So we have an activation check already. First one is activated, and we have a 7. Now 7 in the defense. Let me bring up the table. Seven is always nothing, so it's going to be Big Freddy for that one. I can tell him we need some counters here. Oh, I took it from the wrong guy. This guy here. 2, 3, 4. That'll be this guy here. Activation check. We have a 5. There's only VPO is that building, so that's not going to be enough. So this guy's going to be a dummy 2. 5 here. This guy here now. And that'll be no activation either. Now long range, I've been forgetting to do long range check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So this would have been a long range here. Let me do a thread, because we may get a long range activation. 15, that's 16 there. Problem, of course, is that we have blind hex here, 14 hexes away. So that would be blind hex for the building. This would be 10. That would be 15 blind hex. We are level 2, so this would be remove 1, remove 2. So that would not be a blind hex because I'm on a level 2, so I can actually see that guy. So this has a chance of being a heavy weapon for Federal Snake Eyes, which I didn't. All right, so no heavy weapon activation, long range activation. And come here, that's 4, 5. I'll delete CX. Come here, why not? Yeah, there's another guy up on the second level. 13 hexes away. That would be 11 hexes to here. So again, we're going to have 1, 2, 3 blind hexes down 2. So that's not going to be a blind hex to this guy, but the problem is Russians have very poor activation. It's got to be within 8 hexes with a -2, so that's not going to be activation. All right, so next up, I forgot the roll command. It's been so long since I've done this. Where's my 9-2? He's my company commander. We have a 9-2 here as well. All right, so this 9-2 has to roll command. All right, so no harm, no foul. Everybody's in command for so far. That would have been for the squad that just ran on. All right, now I have to do a command die roll for this vehicle because there is no leader in that hex. and he's fine. So if I use armored assault, 1, 2, 3, 4, turn 5, 5, 6 with the squads, I can get all the way to J6. Turn 7, facing this way. One, 2, 3, turn 3. Yeah, all right, so what we're going to do is we're going to come here for 1, 2, 3, tank will pivot, 4, 5, 6, and then the tank's going to pivot one more time, and he'll be facing this way. Now it's going to be 0 modifier, which means there's not going to be any long-range activation. And again, Russians need to be within 4 to get a 0 IFT modifier. All right, this guy here, because of the 9-2, means that the tank will be automatically activated. Oh, and I forgot I was going to CX those guys. So let's CX these guys as well. We want to move everybody on board as quickly as possible. This is going to be 6. No, I have to get over here. This would be 3, 4, pivot, 5, 6, pivot. Yeah, so we're going to go not CX here. We're going to go, this would be 1.5, 3, 4, tank will pivot. We'll go 5, 6, tank will pivot, and we'll end up there. And same with these guys. Now they are going to have to CX. Will they? 1, 4, 5, 6. No, I guess they won't. They do have a leader. And again, 1, 2.5, 4, 5, 6. And then the tank will pivot in place. And again, the tank, everything's going to stay in motion. Vehicle-wise. All right, so you guys don't have a leader. The vehicle will have to take its own command die roll, which failed. All right, so this 9-2 is in command. And we'll leave the armored vehicle behind. The armor leader failed his command die roll. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to have to CX those guys. We're going to go 1. Let's do long range activation. No. Uh, 1, 2.5, 3, 4.5, CX. 4.5 there. Then we'll go 5.5 to here. All right, put panic on this guy. And then we'll move this guy here. Now, because the leader's in the same stack as the crew exposed, the tank will be able to move. And that's why those tanks will be able to move as well. By the way, if I failed to mention that, if a crew exposed vehicle's in the same hex as a leader, and of course they have a higher morale than the infantry leader, then they can get their command from him. 1, 2, 3.5, 4, 5, 6.5. This would be 8. If I come to M, 6 will be 8 if I CX. So we'll go bypass 1, 2, 3 for the vehicle. 2 for the infantry, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 7 here, and the vehicle can stay in motion. I have a bunch of mortars here. I'm really not sure what to do with them. They're only 50s and they're in the city. They don't have smoke, so I'm really not sure what to do with them. I always have that problem when I'm bringing mortars into a city, the small 50. I really don't know what to do with them. None of these enemy units are going to be in woods. Well, maybe. This is fallen rubble into the woods, so the woods are gone. But, you know, 50 mortar in a +3 building on the 2 table, it's not going to happen unless I get, you know, critical hits. At any rate, let's bypass 1, 2, 3, 4, do a long range activation. And then lastly, this guy here. Again, he's in command, which means the vehicle will be as well. And we're going to CX. And that'll be 1. 4 hexes again, so nothing's going to activate. I can go pretty well freedom of movement. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5, 7.5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just too far away for this guy to even activate. All right, and that's it for the move. Let's go defending fire, which there's none because nothing's activated. Advancing fire, see if these blazes turn into flame. This is from the bombardment. So start with that guy there. No, and this guy here. No, and oh wait, dry is +1. Wood burns, I believe, on an 8. I think that'll be enough. And this guy here. Nope. E8 and C7. No, that's a lot of low numbers. What about M6? Look at that. 5, 7, 5, 6, 5, 6. Wasting all those rolls. By the way, the numbers, in case you're curious, are here. So we have Axis 4, 4, 3 Allies ELR, and 5 Sniper for them. Booby Trap should be level C for the Russian. Advancing fire, none. Route phase, none to be had, and advance phase. So anything not under vehicle is just going to advance. Let's start spreading out. Oh, this guy is supposed to go willy-nilly. Oh well. And you guys will come here. All right, so everything's on board except for one silly little tank. That's it for that. Russian turn 1, and by the way, we're also at 13 game turns, as that's long as it could be. Wind change, we have a wind. I believe 3 is actually nothing. Yeah, alright, so that changes back to no wind. Not enough to actually change the wind, and not enough for an RE. which we don't want them to have any REs right now. So we basically have nothing to do for the Russian turn, so we're just going to fast forward to the German turn. Now I don't want to assemble anything. I don't want to shoot anything, so that's all fine. Let's go to the German turn 2. And we'll start with another wind change. All right, this is a 9, no RE again. Now I cannot get an RE for the Germans until there's an activated Russian unit. Hopefully we're going to start getting some right now. So let's go. Need command die roll. This guy is on his own, which means he's going to have to do it himself. So first of all, let's get all the pins off. And this guy here is good to move. Excellent. So that'll come off. We're going to go 2. Oh, this probably should have been an activation when he advanced. If I use non-assault when I come into here, this would be a +1, which will be enough to activate because he's got to be within 3 hexes to get a +1 IFT modifier. Yeah, so I'm going to use non-assault to come into here. This guy will be activation check, activated as a 6. 6 is going to be a squad. Roll that. 8's probably going to be a 447. We have 42, which is a +1, is actually going to be a 9, is a 527. So we finally get a first squad. We get a 527 in place. And he immediately is going to first fire. It's going to be a 4 up 1. 8 on the 4 is going to be a miss. So we'll put 2 residual in that location. And of course we'll have lost our conceal. Now I still have 2 move. This guy's job is to bust concealment, so we're going to come on this side here to bypass. Now we're going to do a long-range activation from this guy here. Looking for there is a snake eyes, which didn't happen. Now we're going to activate this guy because he can take that snapshot. A 6. 6 is a dummy. Not keeping track. And we're going to bypass for 1. We're going to come here for 2. Right, that's going to activate this guy, which is a 4. Now, activation-wise, we look at our table. Right, so what we're looking at here is it's going to be some wood, not adjacent to VPO. Activated unit was in 2 hexes, the same building as the suspect. So we're going to add a -1 to that, which means it's going to be successful, and therefore that guy is going to activate as a 8, which is going to be a half squad. So it's going to be a full squad Russian, and it's a 3. That's not good. We're going to add a +1 because of the year. 4 gets us a 458. So, well, on the plus side, it's only a half squad. All right, so 4 down, 2 shot. And that'll be a 3. So it's probably a break. 3 on the 4 is a 2 check. Just a break. Two residual there. All right, not too bad for the first little thing. The half squad did his job. Now we can do other moves. So what do we want to do? How do we deal with that guy? These guys are now in the way. I want to get them out of the way. So we're not going to use armed assault anymore. You guys are just going to move 2, 4. 2, 4. Yeah, you're just going to move all together. You lose concealment because this guy can see. But that's fine. Alright, this guy here is going to button up. I need a command die roll actually before I do anything. Alright, so he is in command. This guy has to make a command die roll. He is in command. And like I said, we're going to button up. He is still in motion. And let's go 1, 2... pivot in place for 3. We're going to bypass 4, 5. We're going to stop there. Now these guys want to get into this wood building, so how would that be best served? 1, 2, 3, 4 into here. This would be a 2-of-1 shot. Alright, so let's use armored assault again. We're going to come here for, and we'll button up too. Come here for 1. We're going to bypass for 2. The vehicle will be 3. Troops will be in the building. We're going to bypass the other building. Troops are going to come into here for a total of 5 for them. This will be gone. This will be 3. Geez, I'm going to need another counter. One, 2, 3. We want to pivot for 4, 5, 6 for the next one. Pivot for 7, 8, 9. Which will put us here facing that way, while the troops pay 5 to go into that building, and we're going to stop for 10. 9. Alright, so all that happened for 9 move for the vehicle and 5 for the infantry. And this guy's going to do a 2-of-1. No effect. Finaled. Now you guys, I want to bring into here. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.5, 5.5 to here. One, two, three. 1, 2, bypass 3, bypass 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I gotta stop moving as a stack. These guys are going to drop off, but we're going to move this stack up to a certain point. So we're going to go 1, 2. We're going to one of these guys is going to drop off in the building. The rest are going to bypass. So 1, 2, 3 for the vehicle. This guy's going to drop off under this vehicle. We're going to pay 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to enter that hex with the other vehicle. All right, and that puts us here, 7, 8, pivot 9, and then we're going to go 10, 11 for the vehicle, and the troops with their 6th movement point will be in the woods here. And the Stug will be at 1, 2, 3, pivot 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, pivot 9, 10, 11, pivot 12, like that. And this guy's going to do a 2 up, 1 shot into the trees. Or 2 up, 1. Oh wait, he's got a flamethrower, so it's going to be a 2 flat shot. 3 on the 2. Frick you. 3 on the 2 is a 1 check. A1 and flamethrower. Sniper, and they're both fine. Heat of battle on the A1. Let's do that first. Alright, so the A1's now heroic. Sniper, which I forgot to put out. Nope, they're there. Okay, sniper is a 6. So a lot of low rolls in that little battle there. And this one's stopping for 13. Next up we have won't be any residual because of the orchard. You guys here will have to make a command die roll off this guy. I'm assuming I'm going to lose that, so let's do this. And again, we're not going to move as a stack. We're going to start moving independently. This 4, 6, 7. Well, I'm going to have to worry about long-range activation shots, so I'm just going to do that. So we're going to go 1.5. This will be 2.5. I'm rolling for snake eyes there. 2.5. 3.5. We'll have to stop there. This should have been a final. And nothing from you guys. This guy here is going to go 1.5, 3.5. You'll join him. You guys are going to let's button up. Let's not. I think we're safe for now. We're going to use armored assault, and we're going to go. This will be 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I come to this location here, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's going to be 0. So this guy and this guy will both be activated. So let's do this guy here first. That is a no. And this guy. That's a yes. 6 and a 1. Opposite ends. We have an 8. Again, a squad. Squad's going to be a 6. Plus 1's a 7. That's going to be a 4, 4, 7 with a modified 0 IFT. So it's going to be a 4 flat. 7 on the 4 is a pinning task check. So we have a leader, booby trap, you bastard, medium, and a heavy. Okay, first of all, everything passes with 1s and 2s. Now I'm rolling a 12, 9, and an 11. C is a booby trap, level 12, so this guy just triggered a booby trap. Everything's pinned. And this guy suffered casualty reduction. So I randomized the casualty reduction. Leader, squad, squad. So this guy gets it. He's a half squad. Unreal. And they're all pinned. Wait, what about the... actually, it was the vehicle. Let me redo that. Let me confirm that. Yeah, so it is randomized, and if I look at my rolls, 1, 2, 3, so it is the heavy crew gets half squatted, and I just lost my crew casualty reduction on my so they button up and they are stunned. Wow, all because I rolled a 12 on a frickin' pinning task check. Alrighty, well, in for the penny, as they say. This guy here is another Snake Eyes, playing Yahtzee with the dice. Let's go hatches down. I know I should have gone hatches down. We're going to use our Assault again. We're going to go 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's do a 2 flat shot. 4 on the 1 is going to be an NMC. So we have the 8-0, 4-6-7, 4-6-7, and a 4-6-7. So this guy here is broken. Everybody else is fine. And we'll continue for 2. Come here for 2.5. All right, and then these 2 mortars are good. This guy is going to go, that'll be 3. It's fine. You guys here can move as well because of that guy. That'll be 3. You have to roll. Panic. You are fine. Let's go for 3. And our little tank here. Finally, you can make it. You'll stay hatches down. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's pivot 9, 10, 11, 12, and we'll stop for 13. All right, that was our move. Now defending fire. Do we have anything left to shoot? We do not. And then we can go into advancing fire phase. Flame spread. So this guy here. Nope. Where's the next guy? This guy here. Nope. Here. Wasting all my low rolls. Yes. This guy here. +1 for dry. That would be yes. Stone goes up on a 9. And this guy here. No. And spreading blaze to the brush, not attached. No. Grain, not attached. And the orchard, not attached. No. Alright, so we're looking pretty decent. I think we can get rid of the rubble counters now. We don't need those anymore. The blaze counter will suffice. This guy too. Alright, and then we go to advancing fire phase. We'll start over here and with the infantry. So let's go on the 4 table, up 3. No effect. Tank for acquisition. This guy for acquisition. With that hit, with a 3 hit, it's +5. You have non-turreted is +3. Advanced fire is going to be a +5. And 3 for the TEM is going to be a button up. No, it's not going to hit. And you've acquired 2, so we're good there. Let's fire the infantry. We're going to be on the 2 table with a +1. Nothing. Let's loop in a flamethrower here. This is going to be on the 12 table. Wrong, 24 flat. 9 on the 24. I almost got out of fuel. We have a 2 check. ELR. Broke. Not going to fire again. Actually, we'll fire the squad. That's going to be on the 4 table plus... actually, that'll be 5 with assault fire. 8 down to the 4 plus 1 assault fire is 5. With the heroic leader, bring it up to the 6. With a +3 minus 2 will be a +1 on the 6. 4 on the 6 should be a 2 check. And he's fine. Acquisition. You guys are not going to fire. You guys here are going to do 4 up to... Actually, that's fire group. So it's going to be 6 up 3. So it's going to be a 5 on the 4, which is a 1 check. That'll be enough to just break. And then we'll go to the rout phase. All right, so attacker first. So you're going to go 4, 6. You have to run I guess you'd be running to one of these, wouldn't you? So that would be 3. That would be 6. I believe you can ignore this because it's a flame. I'm assuming I can ignore this. This is why I'm going to run right past it to these locations. Actually, I guess this would be our closest because it is a building. Wait. This is where you were. This guy is in your line of sight. So is this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, you're gonna have to head to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back here. 1, 4, 5, 6. For the Russians, you can come this way for 1, 2, 3. You're going to come here for 2, and then you're going to go there for 4. And that'll be enough of that. Let's go to advance phase. All right, everybody can advance. So let's go. You guys are going to come under here. Split up. You guys are pinned, so you ain't doing shit. You guys are all going to move forward. These would be gone. All right, I think we're set for that. Let's go to close combat none, and we're into the Russian turn 2. Wind change is at 6. They do not get an RE. And we have a self rally for 2. So they need a 4 and a snake eyes. Oof, almost. All right, so they have 1 fire attack. Can he do anything? He doesn't panic. Let's fire on, I guess doesn't matter, this guy here. Oh, wait, bins off. And that comes off. Those guys are going to keep theirs. Keep running. This guy here gets flipped over. And I'm under recall. Yeah, we'll fire on the leader. So we're going to do a 4 up 1. That's nothing. And no move. Defending fire. Let's do this guy here. So infantry wise, we're going to fire group. It's going to be on the A table up 3. Random.org here. Command die roll, you panic, you bastards. That means this is gone. And the 9-1. All right, so we're acquired, excuse me, and we have a -1 armor leader. We're buttoned up in a +3 building, so it's going to be a net +2. Oh, and we're 2 hexes away, so it's going to be a net +1. 7 or less to hit. That is a miss, acquired twice. Let's fire those guys. Luckily he's a 9-2, that's in command. And we're going to do 12, 16 firepower +2. 9 on the 16 is a 1. Heat of battle, Russian, and that's a surrender. However, nobody's adjacent, so I believe that's going to be battle hardening. I'll have to look that one up. Heat of battle. Oh no, it's broken and just disrupted. So yeah, so he's broken and he's disrupted, which I guess is okay. Interesting. I'll take the result. And that is it for defending fire. Although I could DM this guy here. I probably don't want to. He can't rally on my turn, so that's fine. And I don't want him going berserk, so I'm not going to shoot at him. No advancing fire except for the flame spread. So this guy here, that would be a yes. Get rid of the rubble. Spread here to the brush. Not attach, grain, and the orchard. No. This guy here, that would be yep. And spread to D8, D7, uphill to E7. That would be not attached, would be a -2. +1 for EC would be a -1. It's wood, so that would be a spread. So we're going to clone that. That'll be a flame. We'll put that on you. This is going to be an activation automatically. And we have a 3, which is going to be a 4. 4 gets us a squad leader fortification support weapon. Squad leader fortification and a support weapon. Wow. +1 for the squad gets us a 4-4-7. A leader's going to be a 6-1. 12 is a medium. No, maybe 50 cal. 50 cal. And we have a fortified location. Well, interesting. So we have a flame and a fortified building location with a 4-4-7 and a 50 cal with a 6-1. You guys have fun with that. They're going to be moving in their next turn. They're probably going to have to break and leave the 50 cal. That's funny. All right, so the orchard. What do I do with the suspect? This guy here. F7. Yep. And F8. That would be no. Alright, what else we have? This guy here. So let's start with C8. Woods, B7, B6, C6, and D7. Not attached, so no. Alright. And then lastly here. Nope. No flame spread, that's it. Route phase. Who's broken that has to run? My guy here. You'll make it back to there. That's it for that. Russian advance. Everything's broken, so no advance. You guys will now move out of the flame into there. And close combat, and we're going to go there, and that'll be enough for this one. Alright, so we're into turn 2, or I should say we finished turn 2. We're going to go into the German turn 3, but that'll be the next video. We've got the first half of the first board cleaned up. We've only got one broken unit left. Ready to start heading into this one. We're going to start activating the extra units. So that's going to be really interesting what generates. I've already lost one tank because of a stupid booby trap. So it's going to be it's going to get interesting to see where things develop. But that'll be it for this video. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.